Hey Beethoven Violins, it's been great seeing you guys over FaceTime lessons. I'm glad that we get to continue doing those. I'm going to call out Daisy right now. We got to get in touch. Maybe you can ask Miss Sarah for my phone number, and we'll figure it out a way, because you're the last person that I haven't set up a FaceTime lesson with. Okay, so for today's YouTube video, it's the last part 3 to Minuet number 2. Let's finish this, okay? So we're going to start at measure 25, and let's look at the rhythm in measure 25, 26, and 27. Everybody realize that the rhythm is the same. It's quarter note, eighth, 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 quarter note, eighth, 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 quarter note, eighth, 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 eighth. So get your bows right now, and let's just do this with our bow and our finger and counting with numbers 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and, okay? Do this with me. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and, okay? So we should start at the bottom, at the frog, and we'll end all of that at the tip. Let's do that on an open string. So let's do it on open A. Just do this rhythm for three measures worth. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Notice I'm trying to be as smooth as possible, so smooth with my bow. Also, this is something I told a bunch of you guys in your FaceTime lessons. Full bow on the quarter note, full bow. You can easily memorize this rhythm. Go practice this 5 times, just looking at your bow. You can do it on any open string, 5 times. Okay, and we're back. Let's add in the pitches now. You'll notice that most of this just looks, the eighth notes, all of the eighth note groups are just scales down. So the first note is G, high G, and then after that the eighth notes are going to give us a scale down to D. Then we have to swing for fourth finger E in the next measure. Take a listen. 1 and 2 and 3 and I've swung so that my fourth finger can get ready for E. Okay, watch that again. 2 and 3. Swing. Now my fourth finger's ready. Next note is F sharp. That's the first note in measure 28. Notice that we do repeat whatever the quarter note is. G, G, F sharp, E, D, E, E, D, C, B, C, C, B, A, G. That is the pattern. Take a minute to look over these pitches and then plug them into your rhythm. You are going to have some string crossings in there. I want you to listen to it one more time, and then I want you to stop the video and go practice this for about 8 to 10 minutes, okay? Take a listen. 1 and 2 and 3. G, swing. And I just ended the first beat of measure 28. So we basically have this scale going down from G to F sharp on D string, okay? Pause the video. Go really learn this section for about 8 to 10 minutes. Maybe you'll need even more time than that. Make sure it's all smooth and connected. Okay, we're back. Let's learn measure 28. This is very, I have a very, very specific way of playing this that I want you to listen carefully for. And you need to mark some things. So find measure 28. And I want you to mark that there's an up bow. It starts on an up bow, the F sharp. Then the D is going to be a down bow. And guess what? The next line also has a down bow. So we're going to need to do a bow circle. That's why I have that apostrophe, comma written in to give us time to do that bow circle. And it's going to be a very small bow circle. Let's just talk about the rhythm for a second. It's quarter, eighth, eighth, quarter, and then the circle. Okay. So 1, 2, and circle. Again, small circle. So on open D string, this is what the rhythm will look like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and circle. Did you see how small the circle was? Watch that again. 2, 3, and it's a very small circle. I would say maybe the size of a tangerine, like a very small orange. You're gonna then land on what string? Look at measure 29. What string do you need to land the circle on? Correct, that's A string, okay? Pause the video and do this rhythm of measure 28 5 times. Listen again. 1 and 2 and 3 and land on A string. Okay, pause the video, go do that 5 times. Okay, let's add in the pitches. Notice we start on F sharp, E, F sharp, D, okay? We don't, by the way, the reason why we don't want a big circle is the third beat is not the most important. It'll make it sound kind of like a hiccup if we have a huge whoosh. It'll sound like this. Or maybe that's not a hiccup, but it sounds like, it sounds too dramatic. This is a very graceful phrase. We want a diminuendo right there, really, because measure 29, we have to be soft. Okay, so I'm going to now play measure 25 to the end of the line, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, pause the video, go put this whole line together. Spend about another 8 to 10 minutes on that. Okay, we're back. Measure 29. So for measure 29 and 30, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to play this with just open strings first. And you'll notice actually that's what measure 29 is. It's just open strings. And I want to do this on repeat. Like I just want us to repeat this a couple times. It's going to go like this. Notice that they're all quarter notes. But it's going to go slur, lift, and go back down to the frog where we were. Slur, lift. And you lift very gracefully and gently. Notice there's a staccato note on those third beats. That's why we're kind of making it a little bit shorter. So on repeat, I'm going to do this, how about 4 times on repeat. Listen and join in, and then you're going to pause the video and go do it yourself. Lift. 1, 2, 3. And just make sure when you land your bow after the lift and you land, it's a graceful landing. This whole thing is so graceful. Okay, pause the video and go do what I just did. Basically, it's just measure 29 on repeat. A, D, lift. A, D, lift. Go do that 10 times. Okay, notice measure 30, same thing, right? It just starts on a different note. So we have, here it's B, D, lift. Okay? So again, this is what measure 29 and 30 will sound like together. Or I haven't done this yet, but measure 29 and 30 together now. Ready? 2, 3. Okay, and then guess guys, we've seen measure 31 and 32 before. Who can find, where have we seen that in the music before? Measure 7, okay? This is what this whole line will sound like. Ready? Here we go, measure 29, to the end of the line. Ready? And then guess what? Last two lines, sorry. You already learned them. We've learned them way back, starting from measure 9 to measure 16. That's all it is. I'm going to now play measure 25 to the end. Okay? Measure 25 to the end. So you can just follow along in your music and just listen to it. Listen to what this all sounds like together. 1 and 2 and 3 and swing. Circle A. Lift. Lift. Slow. Get ready for G. Notice that at the very end, the repeat will take us back to measure 17, okay? Thanks you guys so much for putting in some really good work in this piece. A lot of you had put in a lot of really good time, and now we finished Minuet number 2 that we started all the way back in September, I think. So great work, and we are, the other video is a play along video where it's the whole piece with repeats even. So once you've done this video, part 3, and you really practiced it and you feel like things are flowing and you understand how the piece works, then go on to the play along video. Okay, see you guys soon in our FaceTime lessons, and hope you all are doing well.